Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. Today I want to share with you my go-to makeup look. Super neutral, a little soft, a little glam, kind of bronzy, neutral lip. It's basically a no-fail. It works on every skin tone and it'll take you from morning to evening, work to cocktails, whatever you're into. So if you like what you see, give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below. Let's get to the video. Okay, taking the color Classic from the Tarteist Pro palette, and I'm applying that from my brow all over my lid. This should give it a nice base. I'm going to go in next with Bold, which is like a light tan color, and I'm going to apply that to my crease, dragging it all the way out. The next color is Whimsy. It's kind of like a light rust color, and I'm going to focus that more on my crease so that way it blends. It should be a very slow gradation of color, focusing on the crease. Then I'm going to take a pencil brush in the color Smoked, and I'm going to apply that directly to my crease in kind of like a half moon shape, following the shape of my eyelid. It's very subtle and it looks kind of sloppy at first. I'm really not a pro at this, which is why it's doable for anybody. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm going to go back in with Whimsy and a fluffier brush to kind of blend it out and give that color a little bit more depth. So a lot of blending, pulling it out just a little bit on the ends. The next product I'm going to use is the Tarte Twinkle Stick, and I'm going to apply that as a base for my lid. This is a highlighter, so it's going to make whatever I put on top of it stick. I'm going to use the color Strobe from the Glow palette. I'm going to put it all over my lid. This should make it look nice and shiny, and it's actually a little bit see-through, which I like. Hey, next up is eyeliner. This is Tarte's Liquid Eye Marker in black. Like I mentioned in a previous video, it's super glossy and it has such a sharp, precise tip. If you put it on in short strokes, it's definitely easier. So you're going to line your lash line, and then from your inner corner of your waterline up towards the edge of your brow. That's kind of like the trajectory. Is that a word? Yes, the trajectory of your liner. Once you get that tail, you're going to use short strokes to connect the tail to the rest of your eyeliner. And I go over it once or twice just to make sure it's nice and smooth. You don't want to pull on that delicate eye area. I feel like that skin kind of can wrinkle up easily. "6:30 a.m. Dante is the rooster, so I'm up and I'm happy. Here we go. We're going to use the Brighter Days Highlighting Moisturizer to start. Warm it up. Buzz your girlfriend. Woof. Help. Thank God for makeup, guys. Next, I'm going to go in with MAC Prep and Prime. I love this stuff. I got this as a sample from MAC when I ordered a Mother's Day gift for my mom. They have the best samples. Rub that in. Make sure you get everywhere. I make sure it goes under my eyes, all along my hairline. I'm mixing Laura Mercier's Candle Glow and True Match Magic Lumi because I'm somewhere in the middle of those two, and I like that combination. So I'm going to do a couple pumps of each, rub it in to make sure it's really mixed up, and I'm going to take my fingers and pat it all over my face. I'm going to pat this product all over my face using a stippling method. This will ensure that the same amount of product is going all over my face. Make sure that you make it go down your neck so that way it all blends in. Nobody likes to see that line around the face where your neck is a different color. Yikes. Okay, using the Artist Oval 7 brush by Brushcraft, I'm going to buff this color in, making sure that I don't miss any spots. This is actually one of the most important steps, and a lot of people don't do it, don't blend as much as they should, honestly. Blend, blend, blend until your arms fall off. Under the eyes, down the neck, around the nose. Make a funny face while you do it, like me. Okay, let's conceal. This is the contour brush by Cover FX, and this is the NARS Soft Focus Concealer. It is the best. It's super creamy. It will always leave you flawless. I'm going to pat it on everywhere under my eyes because I need it today. Dante was up early and Mama has baggage. I'm gonna pat it on all the way up, following my shadow line. Also, this is why I like to do concealer after I put on my lid eye makeup, because if there's any fallout, you don't want to erase all that work if you have to brush it off. So I'm patting it in. Don't wipe, pat. Wiping will end up accentuating any fine lines underneath your eyes. I'm gonna pop some on my inner corners because I feel like if it's brighter, it will make me look a little bit more rested, and as moms, sometimes we have to fake it. Going in with Bobbi Brown's light yellow pressed powder, I'm going to pick up some product on the other end of my brush and I'm going to pat that. Now, a lot of people bake. I feel like baking makes underneath my eyes look like the skin looks crepey and wrinkly. I find that with a pressed powder, it just sets my concealer and it lasts throughout the day without having to cake it on. My favorite contour powder of all time is by Rodial. Find those cheekbones, girl. So you're going to apply it in a line going from your ear to about halfway. If you drag it out any further, you're gonna look like an old lady. So just a little bit. I learned that trick at the Makeup by Mario masterclass. Mario Dedivinovic, he is my idol. So I'm gonna go in on the other side, blend that in. And you might as well put some on that double chin area. Even if you don't have a double chin, the darker it looks under there, the more chiseled that jawline would look. And yes, I'm gonna blend it in. Using my Brushcraft linear brush, I'm going to apply some nose contour. Using a downward motion from the inner corner of my eye, right underneath my eyebrow, I'm going to make a straight line down the sides of my nose. I'm not going too heavy because you can always add more. It's really difficult to remove your work. I also went underneath my nose to kind of take away that major ball I have going on. My nose is like a ball nose, yikes. Now I'm gonna blend it in using a flat blending brush. This one's by MAC. Blend out any harsh lines. Next, I'm going in with Tarte Park Avenue Princess. I love this bronzer. It's waterproof, and as I apply it, it's going to also blend out my contour because I'm gonna put it right along the hollows of my cheekbones. I am also a bronzer addict, so I'm going to show you my ombre bronzer. It's like the new method that I've been doing, and it looks more natural than any other way I've applied it. So I'm going in with the lightest bronzer shade, and I'm putting that kind of everywhere except for the high points of my cheekbones and the center of my forehead. Make sure you get your neck and your earlobes. You want everything the same color. Nothing looks more weird than a mask. Then I'm going in with L'Oreal True Match. It's the deepest color. I think it's cocoa, and it's cool, not warm, so you don't get that orangey tone. I'm going in with a smaller brush. This one's angled, and I'm applying this just along my hairline. And I'm gonna take it a little bit through my temples and in the hollows of my cheekbones. It's just a little bit darker than the original color I applied, just to kind of make it fade a little bit more subtly. And I like a dark bronze. Make sure you get that hairline. This will make it look the most natural. I'm gonna go in dust off with a little loose powder. This is the kind by Tarte, and it smells bomb. This should blend everything out. Like I said earlier, blend, 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 blend. You can never blend enough. You want everything to look smooth, and this will suck up any oil. This is by Rodial in the color Copacabana. It looks super bright in the pan, but when you pat it on, it looks just like the prettiest flush. It's peachy, it's bright, and it's just really pretty. I apply it to the apples of my cheeks. Next is brows. I do my brows after I do my bronzer because I'm scared I'm gonna like rub them off. So I'm using the Tarte Brow or Arch Architect, and I'm using that from the inner corner of my eyebrow to about the arch, only because this color is kind of like a light to medium brown. It's really soft, really subtle. I use 2 different colors on my eyebrows because, again, I learned that in the masterclass by Makeup by Mario, that it makes your eyebrows look so much less harsh. So I'm going to go in next with the darker tone. This is the Brow Trio by BH in medium, and I'm going to take the darkest color, and I'm going to use the angled brush to fill in those sad, sparse tails of my brows. Again, I like to kind of pat or use really short strokes. It kind of mimics the way hair grows, and you don't feel so much like you're drawing on your eyebrows. Nobody wants their eyebrows looking like the Crayola people did them. Got it. Let's do the next one. This one has like a bold spot on top. Do you see that thing? Ooh. Okay. Again, you're gonna go in with that darker color, whatever color that is for you, a little bit darker than the inner corners. And I'm using a powder, but on that really super bald spot, I'm gonna go in with the pomade, just to make it a little bit darker than everything else because there's literally no hair there. I'm drawing on my eyebrow in that top corner. Super subtle. Okay, give it a brush to blend it in, and I'm going to add whatever's left on my brush from when I applied my concealer under my eyes. This is just going to clean up any like weird edges. Back to the eyes, I'm going to add a copper color underneath my lower lash line. And now for my favorite part, mascara. I'm going to add some on the top and on the bottom. This is Tarte's Gifted Mascara. It's an Amazonian clay formula, and it's awesome. Nice and black, doesn't clump. Coat it on. All right, let's highlight. This is Laura Geller's Gilded Honey, and it is my hands down holy grail favorite highlighter. Okay, we're just gonna go down the center of my nose really, really gently. I don't want to apply a lot of pressure because I don't want to look like I'm made out of wax. I'm not that cool. I'm not big on huge trends, but I do like a little bit of a highlight and a little bit on the Cupid's bow. I'm going in with Lit from the Tarteist Pro Glow palette, just on the tops of my cheekbones. These colors are beautiful. They're really like champagne-y, which I feel like looks good on my skin tone. A little bit on the forehead and around the orbital bone. Last is lips. This is the Lip Architect by Tarte in the color Muse. Just line it up. It's a really nude color. It's a muted, like a mauve shade. I'm gonna outline my lips, and then I'm gonna fill it in with the liner. This is gonna help the lipstick stay all day. Then I'm gonna go back in with some lipstick, again in the color Muse. This is a matte formula, but I want mine a little bit more creamy. So I'm gonna add Nude Envy in the shade Lips. And for the last step, I'm taking NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray, and I'm just gonna set my whole face. That's it. Thanks for watching.